Hi everyone, it's yours truly, kaelahmakenzi, and we're back with another step towards our journey through the chakras. Today we're going to be talking about the heart chakra, and that one is our fourth chakra, and it is the one that actually connects the material world with the spiritual world. So as you might guess, being that we went through the root chakra, which was earth, the sacral chakra, which was water, the solar plexus chakra, which was fire, we are now in an air element. And it's because air is all around us and in us all the time. So the heart chakra is really about interconnectedness, realizing love for yourself as well as others, and about getting into forgiveness and letting go and all of that kind of thing. So we'll get a deeper dive into that. The color that's associated with it is green, and now pink as well, but when we're talking about the chakras in particular, the green is the color that represents the heart chakra and is the one that vibrates with the vibration of the heart chakra as well. Pink does as well, but again, when we're talking about the different colors in association with the 7 chakras, green is the color that represents. It's also the color that is associated with Archangel Raphael, who is the Archangel of Healing. And that was my cat just saying, yeah, that's right. Let's see. The gland is the thymus gland, which regulates the immune system. I do have my notes again, as per usual, because I don't want to leave anything out. I want to make sure that I give you guys all the information. So the Sanskrit name for the heart chakra is Anahata, which means unstruck, unhurt, and unbeaten. So that the heart chakra has that power to just keep going and keep expanding no matter what the situation. The element is air. I believe I mentioned that already. And let's see if I'm forgetting anything. Of course, the location of it is the middle of your chest, right here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so if the heart chakra is blocked, you will be feeling on an emotional level, you will be feeling lonely, wanting to isolate yourself and not really interact with the world or with other people, depression, feelings of unworthiness, self-doubt and self-hatred, those kind of things. The inability to really trust yourself or anybody else. Let's see, feeling manipulated or being manipulative as well is because there's that trust thing, and we don't manipulate things unless we have trust issues and we need to control and want things to go a certain way. And then let's see, we become victims again or rescuers, one or the other. We decide to rescue someone or we decide that we're going to be a victim. Dwelling on the past is a really big one, especially past relationships. So when we're talking about heart chakra and love, again, it's about love for yourself as well as others. We have no problem loving other people, but a lot of us have problems loving ourselves. And this is the biggest part about the heart chakra that needs the most attention, is for us to be able to look at ourselves and love ourselves and accept ourselves no matter what the situation is. And also to be able to accept ourselves in our bodies that we're in. Believe it or not, we were contracted to come into this particular body looking the way we look as well. Our contracts aren't just with other people and having certain situations happen to us. Our contracts include our birth, our life, our body that we're in, the family that we're a part of, the friends that we meet, the situations that challenge us as well as lift us up. It's all part of our contracts before we even come here. what we look like, what we're going to struggle with, what we're going to learn in this lifetime. All of that is in there. So one of the big struggles, I think, and as we're moving into the ascension and in the awakening, self-love is a huge one, because you don't realize until you start to awaken that whatever you see out there in the world is a reflection of you. When you give love but don't feel love for yourself, you're giving love in a way that because you want to receive that love or see that love in yourself as much as you want to give it, right? So, which is backwards, because we need to actually feel it for ourselves in order to be able to truly, truly love others. We can think we love others when we don't love ourselves, but it's really not that true love of our original nature when we're doing that. It's because we feel we're missing something and we're looking for it in the outside world, and that's not where it is, folks. It's always within first. And as soon as you start dealing with the within, then things start reflecting on the outside as what is meant, it's a reflection of what you're doing on the inside, right? So I got off on a tangent there a little bit. Let's see what else. Codependency is a big one. On a physical level, so the heart chakra affects the heart, obviously, and lungs, as well as your chest and your arms and your hands. So any physical issues going on with those areas are related to the heart chakra. High or low blood pressure is also related to the heart chakra. Lung infections, bronchitis, circulatory issues, all of those things associated with the heart chakra. Let's see what else. Fear of intimacy, unable to commit to an intimate relationship, also is indicative of a heart chakra blockage, and likely that is resulting from some either past life trauma or current life situation that you've gone through that you haven't really worked through yet. Okay, so when we move over to what a healed or balanced heart chakra looks like, we're looking at feeling surrounded by love, feeling love for ourselves, being so joyful and so excited for life, feeling compassion for ourselves and others, feeling forgiveness towards ourselves first, and then others. Challenges that rise up are resolved with very little issue. Like, it's so easy, everything just flows. So any challenges that come up, easily resolved and easily moved through. Able to trust yourself and others. Able to release the past and let go of whatever has happened in the past, whether you remember it from a past life or you don't. Something that is really important is that releasing of the past. We have, I've heard this analogy several times in the past while, so I'm going to use it. There's, when a boat goes along and it makes a wake, right? So there's a trail that follows that was indicative of that there was a boat there. But nothing in that wake can power present moment, power and propel you forward in the present moment, right? So that's the energy from the engine that is empowering and powering the boat and moving it forward in present moment. It's always in the present moment where your freedom lies. It doesn't lie in the past. So to be able to let go of the past and to be able to forgive the past and to be able to understand that, again, if it was a past lifetime or past lifetimes or the current lifetime, that the ability to let it go is actually so freeing and so amazing and lightens you up, because none of that is happening in the present moment. It's over. So what energy you bring to the present moment is what's going to drive you forward, not the past. All of this stuff that's happened in the past were contracts and lessons that we asked for so that we could learn and move forward. But we can't do that if we don't let go, right? So it's really important to forgive and release the past relationships, any kind of issues that have come up, whether it's anger at yourself or someone else, or wishing that you had done something differently. Everything happened perfectly, just as it should, for the exact reason of the lessons you were supposed to learn. And that's it. And if you've learned your lessons, then there is no reason to hang on to it. And again, hanging on to it doesn't propel you forward in the present moment. It keeps you stuck. Okay? All right. When you're balanced, you're ready to face the shadow self. You're ready to face it and see it for what it really is. And that, in truth, it really doesn't exist. Who you truly are has no shadow. The shadow is a made-up part of our minds that we dwell on. And Lord knows I've dwelled on it most of my adult life and most of my childhood as well. So, but to see that it is a lie and not really what is happening here. And as we awaken and ascend and move into higher vibrations and higher frequencies, more and more of this becomes way more obvious. So it's really important to face the shadow, to realize that it's not really there. Okay? You are higher purpose focused. So you start working towards things that are in service of others and that will heal you as well. When we are our true selves, we just have all this love to give, and it's amazing because that's what we're made of. So that's all we can give. Synchronicities happen. And I have to say, this past week, with the grief that I was going through from before, but then the things that happened in this week that were just so joyful and uplifting for me personally, because while I was in my grief, I didn't set it aside and I didn't try to ignore it at all. I was in it. I cried like to the point of losing my breath. I cried so hard. But I also focused on doing things for others. And I had a wonderful opportunity at work this week to do so. And today is actually my 26-year anniversary with my company. And I couldn't be happier. It's been the best week of my career so far. And I feel like because I set my grief, I didn't set it aside. I still was in my grief, but in doing things for others and being in service to others, I just felt that my heart was healed a lot faster. And yes, I'm still going through it, but I'm letting myself feel the low lows and I'm letting myself feel the elation and the high highs that have come also. So it's really important, as I've said in other videos, to feel the feels, right? Feelings are meant to be felt. So you're in your grief. I felt like I was spiraling downwards into a hole that I might not be able to dig myself out of at one point. But then I also kind of just, distracted myself being in service to others and let myself feel the joy of that as well. So it was really, really positive week. So I'm really glad that the Heart Chakra was next, because divine timing, man, divine timing. It's the experiences I've had in the last week really have shown me what it means to have a balanced heart chakra. Okay, so seeing beauty and love everywhere. Love of yourself, acceptance of yourself, acceptance of the body you're in again. Okay. Before I move on to my famous 4 different categories to help you with healing a heart chakra or balancing your heart chakra, is to ask you, if you like the content, please like, thumbs up, and subscribe and share if you feel called to do so. Spreading the word is, if I can help one person, great. If you feel this would be helpful to someone, even better. I'm not here for, YouTube fame or anything like that. I'm just here because I was guided to be here. And I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, regardless of how many people like and subscribe. But it would help me out on a different level if, people liked and subscribed, so that this content would get out to and reach more people. So that's the only thing I really care about, is that more people get to see the content and that it helps them on their journey to awakening and ascension, to higher vibes, babes. All right, so let's move on to crystals, my favorite, as you know. All right, so crystals for the heart chakra. So anything green or pink, pretty much. Rose quartz is a big one. One that I know is quite powerful and that I quite love is preonite. The others listed are green aventurine, jade, malachite, emerald. Oh my God, emerald. Beautiful, beautiful heart chakra stone. Chrysoprase, green tourmaline, green calcite, kunzite, which is a very soft pink but very, very powerful. Moldavite, super powerful. That one you have to be a little careful with if you're not used to really high frequency energy. The first time I actually held a piece of moldavite, my heart started to race. It just went right up my arm and my heart started to race. So I had to when I bought a pendant, I had to gradually wear it for an hour and then wear it for a couple hours and then graduate with that one. That one's extremely, extremely powerful. So if you've never worked with it before, just in small doses, just ease yourself into it. Moss agate, rhodochrosite, and unakite are some of the crystals that are really, really great for heart chakra. But again, as I've mentioned in other videos, there are crystals that are good for more than one chakra, obviously, but the ones that match the color of the chakra, those are the ones that are the most powerful for that particular one. So if you're working and focusing on that particular chakra, then those are the crystals that you'll want to work on. Okay. Food that you can eat. Well, if you haven't guessed it already, green and leafy. So kale, broccoli, spinach, chard, dandelion greens, parsley, green peppers, zucchini, matcha, green tea. Let's see. Avocados, lime, mint, peas, kiwi, spirulina, really good one. Green apples. So green smoothies are particularly good. I really love to get my greens in a smoothie because I get way more than I would ever eat. And it's also, the smoothie is actually the whole vegetable in there. It's not just a juice of some kind. So adding spirulina and, doing a kale, spinach, mango, pineapple kind of smoothie is really, really good for heart as well as solar plexus. All right, moving on to essential oils. Again, smell brings you to that present moment, keeps you grounded, but it's also really healing to associate smells with certain things, right? So cypress, geranium, jasmine, lavender, mandarin, orange, rose, sandalwood, neroli. Again, you'll start hearing some oils that I've mentioned before that are good for other chakras as well, right? So ylang ylang, bergamot, and melissa. Those are some of the top ones that came up when I did some research. So again, if you want to get your notebooks and rewind and write some notes, that works too. So things that we can do to balance the heart chakra. Again, a lot of these things are things I've mentioned before, but when you're doing them in particular for each, if you feel like a chakra is blocked and you want to focus on that particular chakra, then when you do it, you want to hold the intention of healing and balancing that particular chakra. For example, doing some yoga, right? Doing heart opening yoga poses, doing journaling when you're journaling. Doing a gratitude journal is especially helpful for the heart chakra because it again puts your focus on what are you grateful for? How can you look at yourself and your life and have gratitude for it, right? Affirmations, again, but affirmations this time that are focused on love of yourself and love of others. For example, I welcome love with an open heart. Okay, I am free from the wounds of the past. I forgive others and myself. I create supportive, loving relationships. Okay? Give love. Pour it out from your heart, man. Give love. Just let it flow. Breath work and meditation. Breathe in love. Breathe out love. Breathe in love. Breathe out forgiveness. Breathe in love. Breathe out the past. Let go. Okay? It's really pouring right now outside, which is a cleansing thing, right? So I feel like the energy of that rain is in this video to help you cleanse and wash away all the things that no longer serve you. Doing forgiveness work. And something that I'm very drawn to is the Hawaiian tradition of forgiveness called Ho'onopono. And I'm going to explain it a little bit here because I think it's really powerful. So Ho'onopono is, there's 4 things that you would say. Holding someone in your mind or a situation in your mind, even with eyes closed and breathing. The 4 phrases are, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now, when I see these phrases, I look towards myself. I'm sorry that I ever didn't love myself because of something you said or did. I'm sorry that I didn't see myself as worthy when you didn't. I'm sorry that you felt you needed to do that and that I was upset by it. Okay, then please forgive me. I'm asking myself, my higher self, to forgive me for believing you when you said I wasn't good enough. Forgive me for letting a situation with our relationship make me feel less than. Forgive me for letting myself believe that I was unworthy. Thank you. There's the gratitude. Thank you for this lesson. Thank you for showing me that I am worthy. Thank you for this opportunity to see myself in a space of love. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm saying it to me. I'm letting my higher self tell me, I love you. None of this matters. I love you. Okay? So it's a super powerful exercise, and you can go through this over and over and over again at the same time. You can come back to it, a certain situation, come back to it on a daily basis even, and see that let go of you. See the past let go. See the ideals that other people have that they don't mean anything. Wayne Dyer says, what you think of me is none of my business. Because it says stuff about you, not about me. Okay? So that's a really powerful forgiveness exercise to work through. All right, and as always, get outside, get into nature, get into the forest where there's green around all over the place. Lay on the grass, do some earthing, right? Get that fresh air in, fill up your lungs with fresh air. Take some deep, deep, deep breaths when you're out there. And walking or running or exercise of any kind is really good for your heart too. Okay? So that has been a deep dive into the heart chakra. Once again, if you like my content, please thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and hit the little bell for notifications so that you know when my videos go up, and please share if you feel called to do so. If you are interested in anything that I do in terms of oracle card readings or energy healing work, please feel free to email me at kaelahmakenzi@gmail.com, also in the notes below, and we can talk about what you need and how I can help you. Okay? So I hope everyone has a super love-filled week. Open that heart chakra and beam that love out to the world. Okay? Love you all. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week for the throat chakra. Bye for now.